Welcome to the Kline May Realty Show. I'm John Doughty with the Doughty & Company here in our Kline May office, Bridgewater, Virginia. If you see a home you're interested in buying or selling, give us a call. One of our offices or agents will be glad to help you. Most of all, thanks to our sponsors. I hope you enjoy the show.
I'm so excited to be in downtown Harrisonburg. This is such a cool city. There's so much to do, lots of great shops and restaurants.
There's many hours that you can spend down here enjoying your day and going to the shops and the restaurants. It's such a beautiful downtown area.
So the restaurants in downtown are my absolute favorite. Magpie has the cutest decor. The other favorite of mine is Rocktown Kitchen. They have the best drinks in town, and you can go there for a couple of drinks or you can go for date night. It's great atmosphere either way. So what are your favorite restaurants in downtown?
Some of my favorite restaurants in downtown is Clementine's. They have some gluten-free options there. And then my favorite, absolute favorite, is where we dive into the gluten-free bakeries downtown. I really like BMC Bakes. They're a new company that opened up and they're a dedicated gluten-free facility. And my absolute favorite thing there is their brown cinnamon sugar donuts.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
They are so good. There's a lot of great places downtown to shop, and one of my favorites is Agora Market. When you go inside, they have tons of boutiques in there with individual vendors, and they have some of the most unique items in there. What is one of your favorite places to go to downtown?
So I have two really favorite places. I love the Yellow Button. Their shoes, their clothes are so cute and so unique. And then I love the new Liberty Street Mercantile. They have a lot of unique stuff as well, and it's set up like several vendors. So Harrisonburg is known as the friendly city, and this is the best place to meet and enjoy all the friendly people.
And also another great thing is the Visit Harrisonburg VA app. You can go on there and it'll locate you to the different restaurants downtown and in the city of Harrisonburg, things to do, the local events. Everything you need to know, especially if you're new to the area or if you're visiting.
There's so much to do here in downtown. I love this area. I bring my kids here. I hope my kids stay here at Harrisonburg for the rest of their lives. It's such a great place. Thanks for joining me today.
Yeah, it's been a pleasure joining you here today. I love it here, and I agree with you. I hope my kids stay here forever because I don't see any place better than downtown Harrisonburg.
We are an advice-giving business. It's not about opening a door and letting somebody into a house. We are there to guide them through this process. The more we can equip our agents with a depth of knowledge and a breadth of knowledge, they can do a better job for their clients. There's always kind of that underlying competition between agents. We are very fortunate to have replaced that with collaboration. When we get together, it becomes more than just education. We're actually strengthening the bonds between us.
Life's next steps begin with a mortgage from DuPont Community Credit Union. Whether you're looking to purchase or refinance a home, DCCU has fixed and adjustable rate mortgage options, with mortgage advisors ready to help find the best option for your family. And now with our new 5/5 adjustable rate mortgage, you can receive the benefits of an adjustable rate loan with an initial rate for the first 5 years. Take the next step in your home buying journey today at mydccu.com.
Hi, I'm Karl Waizecker, Principal Broker at Kline Realty. Thank you for joining me for another Q&A with Kline. If you're a regular watcher, you'll know that this week's episode is kind of a follow-up to last week's episode, both the topic and the coffee. We're talking about the recent NAR lawsuit and the settlement that has been proposed. As of the time we're filming this, it hasn't been approved by the judge, but the experts seem to think that it will be. Last week we talked a little bit about how that settlement may affect the price of a home or an agent's compensation, and how some of the headlines that we've been seeing in the media have totally missed the mark and are not true at all. The second big component to that settlement that we're going to talk about today is how buyer representation is handled. The settlement specifies that whenever an agent begins working with a new buyer and they're showing them a house that is not listed by that agent's firm, they need to have a buyer agency agreement, some kind of simple contract signed before they even show the person that house. Virginia passed a law in 2012 that said it was mandatory to have written agreements between agents and buyers so that everybody would know who's representing whom, what the financial terms are, those kind of things. And initially Virginia told us that we had to do the same thing. You had to have it signed before you open the door, and that just doesn't make sense. You've met somebody for the first time, maybe you've got multiple buyers, maybe you've got parents co-signing. There are just a lot of reasons why that's not practical. So the law in Virginia now is once we begin having substantive discussions with a buyer, once they're asking the agent for advice, opinion on pricing, those kind of things, that's when we need to stop the conversation and make sure we're clear on whether or not that agent is representing that buyer. And if so, we have a simple agreement that's signed that talks about what we're looking for, how much our firm charges for buyer representation, what the term of the agreement is, those kind of things. The message to buyers here in Virginia is to really begin a mental shift. You know, when folks are selling a home, they interview several agents and they pick the one that they think is the best match for them. And I think buyers need to think about that same kind of process. It's going to be that agent's job to represent those buyers fully and completely and do everything that's in their best interest. It's something that you don't want to enter into lightly, but it is now a requirement of the law that we enter into that agreement. Our coffee today is, again, a follow-up to last week. Last week we did Starbucks breakfast blend, maybe the most recognizable coffee in the world. Today we're going to do Martin's Grocery Store's generic breakfast blend. That is very good, but it's noticeably different than the Starbucks. I will have to say the Starbucks has a richer flavor. This is a very good cup of coffee, but it doesn't have that full body that the Starbucks has. If you've got a favorite coffee you'd like me to try here, or you've got a real estate question for me, please send that to questions@KlineMay.com. Thanks very much for watching. I'll see you next time. are an advice-giving business. It's not about opening a door and letting somebody into a house. We are there to guide them through this process. The more we can equip our agents with a depth of knowledge and a breadth of knowledge, they can do a better job for their clients. There's always kind of that underlying competition between agents. We are very fortunate to have replaced that with collaboration. When we get together, it becomes more than just education. We're actually strengthening the bonds between us.
Kline May really has a team-centric vibe anyway, but the fact that I've just been around everyone here for so long, like it almost feels like family, you know? You come in and everything just feels familiar. You know, we talk a lot about being a team at Kline May, and that's not something that I feel like every brokerage can say, because it's a cutthroat business, you know? If I'm not getting that lead, it's because somebody else is. And so like, that can kind of be a weird thing to navigate, I think, in a lot of situations. But with Kline May, it really feels like if I have a question or if I'm really struggling with something, there's gonna be not just one person, but multiple people that are gonna be there for support and answering questions, even if it might not be in their best interest. Because I mean, there is naturally competition. We all know that. But it's just one of those things that you just ignore, because we are working as a part of a team to be the best that we can be and to help each other grow. I mean, iron sharpens iron. I want to be around the people that are doing the same thing that I'm doing every day, and they're trying to do it at the highest level. And that's what I feel like we really have going for us. And I think the mentorship is such a crucial part, because not only is your mentor going to review your contracts and keep you out of hot water, like you should be riding around with them day to day and going to the showings and meeting their clients. Yeah, you're not getting any business out of it, but when you start, you're probably not gonna have any business anyway. So you might as well go get that real world experience, and you're seeing how they're handling the issues. They're seeing how they're prospecting and getting leads and how they're converting those leads and building those relationships with their clients. And I think that is such a crucial part. And if you don't have a mentor, whether that's a company assigned mentor or just somebody who's kind of accepted you under their wing, like you have to have that in order to really grasp the concept of the business. I didn't want to just be left to the wolves as soon as I got into a business that I was unfamiliar with. I mean, I came from construction, not a sales background, and a residential contract is one of those things that you want to know inside and out. So not only do you already have the administration in the office who is going to review your contract, you also have a mentor for your first 10 transactions that prior to even submitting it to another agent for them to review with their seller clients, you have an extra set of eyes looking at these contracts and making sure that the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. And for me, it was actually even cooler because Susan Melendez was my mentor, who was also years ago my 5th grade teacher. Yeah, it just feels like home, you know? I don't want to repeat myself too much, but there are so many reasons why Kline May really is just the place to be if you want to start a long-lasting career. You know, real estate's really it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. I'm here for the long haul, and I think that Kline May really embodies that. It's a bunch of people who are here to be here for the long run and to help grow each and every one of our careers as a team.
We all want to give our kids the best of everything, the best nutrition, the best education, and the best place to grow up, even the air they breathe. Lennox strives to provide the best air quality for your family's home, free of indoor air pollutants.
At Landis Heating and Air Conditioning, they can install a Lennox customized comfort system in your home. Let Landis sweat the details so you can relax in comfort. Call my friends at Landis Heating and Air Conditioning today.
Lennox, innovation never felt so good.
Obviously, we're real estate agents and we're in the business of buying and selling homes, but we also like to be involved and give back to our community.
You know, it's so important that we have this teamwork of people, and I'm just very thankful for it.
Well, when we get to know one another better, it makes the process smoother when we have transactions together.
It's great how they all connect, and we're a family. We're a big family, but we're a family.
We talk to each other with a level of comfort that is similar to being at a family reunion, and I enjoy that a lot.
Being a part of the Kline May Realty team has been probably one of the best decisions that I've ever made. Throughout the process and throughout the time that I've been here, they've given me every tool that I've needed to build my business. We and this brokerage are about service and not sales. So Kline May wants all of their agents to be the best, to be able to provide the best service to their clients. And as my career progressed, after 3 years, I was able to obtain my associate broker's license. And the driving force behind doing that is, of course, to provide a better level of service to your clients. However, Kline May feels so strongly about their agents and their representatives having the best education and being able to provide that highest level of service that they also offer some monetary compensation to their agents who decide to obtain these higher levels of education. One thing for me as a new agent coming in, that I wanted to go into another career of service. I looked into a lot of different brokerages. One of the driving forces behind me picking Kline May Realty was that family atmosphere. They really promote camaraderie with the agents, and I feel like they offer us a high level of support. Kline May is huge on having social events that they sponsor and pay for. They take us to lovely places and offer us nice evenings where we can all sit down and just learn each other on a personal level and really explore connections that are beyond real estate. And I know in our business, some folks say, well, you're always competing for business. And while that may be true, we just don't have that atmosphere in our office. We don't have that competition type atmosphere amongst each other. I have always been very fortunate and always found that other folks in the office are always willing to lend a helping hand. If they've had a situation that I haven't had, or if I've had a situation they haven't had, folks are always there to give us advice and to help us ultimately be successful and reach that bottom line, which is providing the best level of service to our clients. And I'm so pleased and proud to be where I am now, to have achieved associate broker, to be a very good producer in our office, and to be loving what I do. And Kline May Realty has helped me to get there. And if you want to go somewhere where you're going to have that type of atmosphere and have folks that are willing to help you personally to build your own business, Kline May is the place you need to be.
Oh, I love bloopers. I have a blooper reel a mile long. I was in a philosophical mood this morning. Can you get him? You got plenty of bloopers. We hope you enjoyed the show. Thanks again to our sponsors. See you next week.